Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into the incredible story of one of mythology's most beloved heroes, Hanuman. But we aren't going to start with those famous adult triumphs you might already be familiar with. Instead, we're taking a look at his unbelievably powerful and honestly delightfully mischievous childhood. It's a story packed with boundless energy, a few cosmic-level mistakes, and ultimately the true meaning of strength. Let's get into it.
So, picture this for a second. What if a superpowered little child could fly across the sky, lift mountains, and eventually become the strongest hero ever? And, get this, what if that same flying kid woke up one morning and genuinely mistook our solar system's giant glowing star for a quick breakfast snack? Sounds absolutely wild, right? But believe it or not, that is exactly how this magical adventure kicks off.
To figure out how on earth that could happen, we've got to talk about who little Hanuman actually was. He definitely wasn't your average toddler. He was brave, hilarious, and just packed with this superpowered punch because he was blessed by the gods themselves. As the son of the wind god, Vayu, the kid was just bursting with energy 24/7. He's zooming through thick forests way faster than the wind, leaping higher than anyone else alive, literally a force of nature trapped in a toddler's body.
Well, one morning, little Hanuman wakes up and he is just starving. He's rubbing his tummy, looking around for some fruit to munch on, and suddenly he spots something huge, round, and glowing super brightly up in the morning sky. To his hungry little eyes, it looked exactly like a giant, delicious golden mango. But, spoiler alert, it was actually the sun. So without a second thought, whoosh, he just launches himself straight into the sky. He's shooting higher and higher, leaving the clouds totally in the dust. The sheer speed and altitude completely shocked the birds, and even the celestial gods looking down from heaven were just baffled. They're up there thinking, wait, who is this fearless kid? And just like that, he gleefully approaches Surya, the sun god.
Now, Surya simply couldn't believe his eyes. I mean, picture being the supreme cosmic entity, radiating heat and light for the entire solar system, and suddenly, a giggling child is rocketing right at you. A tiny child is flying toward me? Hanuman is completely unfazed by all this divine majesty. He just flashes a big smile, yells yummy fruit, and literally goes in to take a massive chomp right out of the glowing sun.
And with that one attempted bite, the world goes completely dark. Just like that, the entire universe is plunged into this pitch-black darkness. Imagine the sheer panic down on Earth. People couldn't see a thing, animals were terrified, and everyone was just incredibly confused, wondering where the daylight went. The entire balance of the universe was thrown into absolute chaos, all because of one hungry little kid. As you can imagine, this escalated into a massive divine crisis almost immediately. First, the king of heaven, Indra, starts panicking that this child is going to permanently wreck the universe's balance. So he steps in and hurls his mighty thunderbolt. Boom! The lightning strikes little Hanuman, sending him tumbling gently back down to earth. But when the wind god Vayu sees his beloved son struck down, he is overwhelmed with sadness and explosive anger. In retaliation, Vayu does the unthinkable. He completely stops all the wind in the world.
The fallout from Vayu's anger was immediate and, honestly, terrifying. We're talking about a world entirely without wind. The trees stood dead still. Not a single breeze moved anywhere. And worst of all, people and animals everywhere actually started suffocating as they struggled for air. By striking down Hanuman, the heavens realized they'd made a massive, terrible mistake that was literally threatening all life on Earth. They knew they had to fix it right then and there.
Section 1. The Divine Resolution.
The gods quickly figured out that if they wanted to save the world from suffocating, they had to appease the furious wind god by reviving and honoring his kid. So all the ultimate deities gathered round to shower him with these incredible cosmic blessings. Brahma decreed that no weapon would ever harm him. Shiva granted him endless courage. Indra, who was feeling pretty guilty, promised his thunderbolt would never hurt him again. Agni, the fire god, made him fireproof. And Surya, the sun god, who Hanuman literally just tried to eat, actually stepped up and offered to be his personal teacher. Talk about a plot twist.
Showered in all this golden divine light, little Hanuman slowly opens his eyes and flashes that bright smile once again. Seeing his son safe and now packed with even more ultimate power, the wind god's anger just totally melts away. He's thrilled, and instantly the winds return to Earth. Cool breezes start blowing everywhere again, people can finally catch their breath, and the whole world celebrates Hanuman coming back.
Section 2. The Naughty Years and the magic spell.
Now, as you might guess, handing ultimate cosmic invincibility to a hyperactive toddler kind of comes with its own set of problems. As Hanuman grew up, he got stronger by the day, but all that untamed energy made him incredibly naughty. He wasn't evil or anything, he was just relentless with his pranks. He'd sneak around hiding the wise sage's fruits, or he'd purposely swing super loudly from the trees right when they were trying to sit still in deep meditation. He'd even get all the other monkeys laughing, just to cause a giant ruckus. He was an absolute menace to those peaceful forests.
Eventually, the wise sages just had enough. They sat this young powerhouse down and gave him the ultimate warning. Hanuman, you are powerful, but true strength must be used wisely. They basically had to teach him that having all this raw power without any discipline or purpose is just disruptive chaos. So, to really drive this lesson home, the sages cast a gentle magic spell on him. It essentially locked away his memories of his own powers. Hanuman completely forgot about his immense strength, his invulnerability, and even his ability to fly. He was forced to live as a totally normal being until the day came when someone reminded him of who he truly was. And really, this sets the stage perfectly for his ultimate, heroic destiny later on.
Section 3. The Ultimate Hero. Fast forward a good many years. Hanuman is an adult now, living this very humble life, completely unaware of the divine arsenal locked away inside him. But then, those dormant powers were finally awakened to help save the world. Once his memory was unlocked after meeting Lord Rama, Hanuman became Rama's fiercely loyal friend, and all those childhood powers were finally unleashed for incredible good. We're talking leaping across entire oceans in a single bound, fighting and defeating terrifying demons. In one famous story, to save lives on a battlefield, he literally uprooted an entire mountain and carried it through the sky. The kid who once tried to snack on the sun grew up to shape the earth itself. But out of all those epic, mind-blowing achievements, there is one really vital takeaway here. Despite crossing oceans, fighting off demons, and quite literally moving mountains, Hanuman always stayed incredibly humble and kind. He never once let those divine blessings inflate his ego. His dedication to his friends and that grounded nature, that is exactly why millions upon millions of people still love and revere him today.
Section 4. The True Meaning of Strength. This whole journey, from a mischievous, superpowered toddler to a devoted, mountain-moving hero, it's not just some ancient action story. It serves as a moral bookend with a profound, universal life lesson for all of us. Little Hanuman teaches us that real strength isn't about showing off your power or flexing how much you can lift. Real strength means helping others when they need it most. It means being brave when facing terrifying challenges. It means staying humble no matter how wildly successful you get. And it means having the grit to never, ever give up. It's really about the strength of your character, not just your muscles.
And that brings us to this incredibly heartwarming takeaway. Even the smallest child, heck, even a hungry kid who mistakes the literal sun for a giant golden mango, can do truly great things with a little courage and kindness. True greatness isn't about your physical size, your age, or even the grandness of your mistakes. It's all about the goodness in your heart and your willingness to learn and grow from those missteps. Which leaves us with one final, important question to think about. How are you going to use your strength today? You see, we all have our own unique gifts and energies. Are we going to use them to cause chaos, or are we going to use them wisely with humility and kindness to help move mountains for the people around us? Give that some thought as you go through your day. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.